Hey, welcome to Cruise Chat Live. How you doing? I'm Walter. It's good to see everybody. It's 193 days until Christmas. 193 days till Christmas. And, big Christmas announcements in Walt Disney World. Nothing to do with cruising, but Walt Disney World did announce Mickey's Very Merry is coming back with Elsa and Anna are going to do some sort of fireworks show. And Hollywood Studios is going to have 10 special nights too. So yay! Cool stuff happening today. I think they're calling it Jollywood or something like that for Hollywood Studios. So I'm excited about that. In fact, I might even want to go to that one. But how's everybody doing? Where are you all in this amazing world tonight? It's good to see you all. Cindy, 83 days. 83 days to Cindy's cruise. I can't wait. I can't wait. Michael, your countdown's got to be getting as well. Good to see you here tonight. I cannot wait. Your very first cruise coming up. So some big news dropped right before we came on the air. If you didn't see it already, the Sun Princess. We got to see a whole lot of Sun Princess. In fact, the one area of the ship that we have not seen at all until today, the back of the ship and really the top of the ship. They really haven't shown us much in the way of the top of the ship. Becky, hello, Becky. How are you? To see you. Thanks for joining us. And hey, obviously make sure you hit the like button and all that good so that YouTube knows that you guys actually like what we're doing. And as always, my wife Rebecca sitting right off camera to my side. Norma, hello. How are you, Norma? Good to see you. Oh, and Scott, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Michael, 52 days, 52 till your first cruise. I cannot wait. Yes, I'm in a really good mood. I am in a really good mood. We had a great day today and then capped off, like I said, the Sun Princess. We got to see all new views of the Sun Princess. I just did a TikTok if you haven't seen it yet, but there is a whole activity center up on the top deck. We've never seen this from Princess Cruises. It's almost like a blending of Carnival and Princess a little bit, really reaching for the family demographic now. We have a whole activity center, 19, 20, and 21, decks 19, 20, and 21. So the main activity center, they're going to have a roller glider. This is an electric powered thing that you hold on to. The track is over your head. It's going to go up to 11 miles an hour as you swing around. It's not a ropes course, it's like an obstacle climb thing. And then they have a net course where you have to balance and walk, all kinds of stuff.
Ooh, that sounds bad.
I know, Rebecca should never go on that. And then down on deck 9, like a whole splash pad center and all, like stuff we've never seen from Princess before. Like they both family friendly. And in fact, we've heard that Princess has a really, really good kids program, especially up in Alaska, where they like blend in Alaska and learning and all kinds of really stuff. But Princess, the Sun Princess, is really leaning in. We've seen all the gorgeous stuff. We've seen, and all the adult and all the gorgeous stuff. Now we find out she really is going to be a family cruise ship. And I'm kind of wondering, do they see an opening over in Europe? you know, where the Sun Princess is going to be primarily based. Are they, Carnival is there, but they've got really old ships over there. I don't know. It's just really, really interesting that they are bringing in, like, seriously, front and center. Hey, families, you're welcome. We got a whole family activity center on the top and on the back. It'll be really, really interesting. I know a lot of folks. Hey, we've got Bethany. Hello. We've got Chris. How you doing? I bet it is hot down there in San Antonio. Thanks for joining us, guys. So when I look at, especially on Cruise Critic, I look at the Princess forums. There are a lot of people who don't this ship. They think it's too big. They think Princess has kind of lost their way. And now that we're seeing this, which Princess has never had, Princess has never had a true activity area for kids. They've had the sports court, you know, forever. They used to have mini golf. Now they kind of have a putting green, as they call it. But they've never like had a true family fun area, the splash pad, the obstacle courses, you know, certainly not a roller glider. So I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think? You know, do you think this is a good direction to see going in? Are you a little concerned about it? I'm excited to see the ship. I am still flat out excited to see the ship. And I kind of think it's not a bad idea. You know, they're going to be creating more space for the kids to do things. Obviously, this is going to expand the club, because in the kids club they can like reserve some of the things. I don't know. I'm really excited about this. I'm excited about the ship. You know, we don't have kids, so you know, there's things for the kids to do. Will I do the roller glider thing? Now, the thing about that roller glider, the poor person that was in there looks like they were harnessed up like a zip line. So I think that's basically how they're treating it. They had a helmet, they had the whole harness thing on, so it's almost like getting in a zip line. And then, you know, so it's going to be really interesting. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts in the comments. Have you the Sun Princess? Are you excited about the Sun Princess coming in? I mean, it's going to be a very interesting see where this goes. And of course, as always, if you guys have questions or concerns about cruising or travel in general, please go ahead and drop them down in the comments, and Rebecca and I will do our very best to go ahead and get answered. And first of all, I've got to say huge thank you to everybody out there who has been supporting us. We've had quite a few folks actually transfer their cruises over to us. If you didn't know that, if you book something directly with a cruise line, you can transfer it to a travel agent anywhere from 15 to 60 days after the booking, depending on the cruise line. And we've had multiple people reach out and just say, hey, you know, we booked, but we really like what you guys are doing. You just transfer the cruise over to you and then let you be our travel agent moving forward. So huge thank you. One, who's been supporting us, but two, for those of you who have actually done something like that, that is really, really kind of you all to be doing that. And we thank you so much for your support. So, yay. Becky says she's going to be in the sanctuary. You will be with Rebecca. So Becky and Rebecca will be in the sanctuary together. Not there's anything against the kids. It's just the sanctuary is the place to be. If you've never done the sanctuary on Princess, it is quite lovely. It is quite lovely.
Although, you know, it's hard. I wish the shade situation was a little better for me.
I actually haven't seen what it looks like.
I don't know on that particular, just in general.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like chasing the shade.
Yeah, she's always like trying to move a chair just a little bit, just a little bit. Because when you book the sanctuary, at least on the ships we've been on, you actually book specific lounge chairs. So when you come up, you get those lounge chairs, especially if you book them for the week. So, Christy Hamill. Let's see. Are we able to apply discounts? Because you saw Disney had like 35% off and 20% off for certain dates, of course. I mean, if Disney is applying discounts, yeah, we're going to see those in the booking engine.
And yes, you can. You will have to verify your Disney subscription with your email address.
Yeah.
That's associated with the subscription. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we can apply that directly in there, and we can also pay with gift cards. We have people who are paying like Princess Cruises with Princess gift cards and things like that. So yeah, whatever they're offering in the public, we're going to see that as well in the booking engine. And sometimes, you know, we'll be able to add a little something to that. We really don't add a whole lot to Disney. They very tightly control what can and can't do.
And I will say most of those, when they show those discounts, The top, 35% or 20% off, those are for the highest end resorts, and it will be less of a discount for the lower end resorts.
So Christy, if you'd like
So
to
you
book,
have to look at all the terms and conditions.
Want to come and book the Grand Floridian, you can get 35% off for sure. And and that is the same even with the cruise ship, where you can get up to $800 on board credit if you book the Iconic Suite for $80,000 a week. Which, speaking of $80,000 a week, if you have not seen that, the Icon of the Seas, Royal Caribbean, announced this week that the year for 2024 sold out for the ultimate family townhouse. That's that 3-story townhouse that's on the very back of the ship. All 52 weeks are sold at an average of $80,000 a week. Average. I saw it as high as 96 for certain weeks. So people who are saying, "Oh my God, Icon of the Seas too big," Royal Caribbean knows their audience. They know what these people want. They've done a lot of research. They've surveyed. The Icon of the Seas, far and away the most profitable class for Royal Caribbean. So, people are excited about it. So, hey, you're going to hit us up. Thank you, Christy, during Christmas time this year. Yes.
I will just warn, it's beautiful at Christmas, but I'll warn you, Christmas week itself is one of the busiest weeks of the year, entire at Disney.
And if they're not doing reservations at Christmas this coming year, that means it's just going to be jammed until it's full. So if you can do it, if you could come like the week after Thanksgiving, that would be that's probably the best week if you want to come and see the decoration. Like the first 2 weeks after Thanksgiving would be probably the best time to get down here before everybody starts showing up for the holidays.
Unfortunately, with the teacher husband.
Yeah, well, you can leave your husband in San Antonio. Just bring the kids to Disney. Just bring them here and tell Brian, hey, when you can get out of school, you come and join me. I'm but yeah, Disney it is interesting that they're actually, putting up some discounts up there. You don't see that all that often. And when they do discounts and things like that, especially on the cruises, they'll jack up the price and then bring it down. I think Disney's actually, these are pretty legitimate discounts. I haven't looked at them all yet. Well,
usually the resort discounts are for real, but the longer you wait to book, the prices will go up. So the discount means less.
Yeah, so supply and demand, Disney definitely works on supply and demand. We see that with the cruise lines. We see that with the resorts. So you have a pool of 100 staterooms. You get down to price goes up. You get down to 40, the price goes up. You get down to 30, the price. So they do the same with the resorts where the price going up. So basically, Christy, if you have some dates in mind, what we're saying is like book tomorrow. And that really goes for cruising, goes for just about anything. That if you see something that you want and you're concerned, well, maybe the price is going to go down. At least on cruises, we have price protection. You can go on in there and ask the cruise line to go ahead and adjust your price and get it better. I don't know something with the resorts. Can we do that with the resorts?
They will up to a certain point.
We haven't really done that much.
No, but I have read that they will.
Yeah.
But it's very rare that you book and the price goes down later on. That's extremely rare.
Yeah, the majority of our work has certainly been in cruises. I think I booked 4 or 5 Virgin cruises the past 2 days. So yeah, Virgin Voyages is still exciting. Man, a lot of y'all getting really excited. Brilliant Lady. If you don't know about the Brilliant Lady, she is the 4th Virgin Voyages ship. She's going to launch December 24th, Christmas Eve. She's going to launch from Miami. She's going to do a 4-day cruise down to San Juan. But she's going to do a season out of San Juan. We actually have a client who was going from Miami to San Juan and then doing the first itinerary. Now, 2 itineraries, but the really cool ones from San Juan. So since San Juan is so far in the Caribbean already, they're hitting Guadeloupe, they're hitting Trinidad and Tobago. They're doing stops that you don't get to do from Florida. So if you haven't taken a look at that, plus the Norwegian Viva is going there. The Royal Caribbean Jewel of the Seas is also going to be there. So we're going to have 3 ships at least. I think there may be another one. That is all part of the renovation going on down there in San Juan. In fact, I don't even know how much they've got done yet. But the idea is They're building a whole new pier that supposedly can handle 4 ships. And then they're going to renovate the original area. So the idea is that they can have 8 ships on any given day in San Juan. That is going to be remarkable, because when we had 7 ships in Miami, that was nuts. I don't know how they would do with 8 ships in San Juan. Heather, you're doing a back-to-back on Resilient in August. Oh, that is really exciting, which means you're going to be over in the Med. Oh, my goodness gracious. That's going to be so exciting. I love it. Now, you are going to have so many opportunities to eat everything. And I'll tell you what, if you've not seen the entertainment that is on that ship, they've been showing off some new things that are on the ship. Oh, my goodness. What was that Diva showed the other day? Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but man, it looks really good.
They're testing out some new menus for some of the restaurants.
Yes, they're testing out new menus. So, I mean, I'm getting excited now that we're going to have 4 ships. You know, things are going to start changing. Entertainment is happening. So, yes, I know the new entertainment should be exciting. And plus, I don't know if you've seen, you know, the first 2 ships had swings on them in that perfect Instagram area down there on deck 7, and now they've got the seahorses down there. They look absolutely fantastic. I love it. I also heard on Resilient that the pool got slightly larger, the deep end of the pool. In the front end of the pool, towards the front of the ship, they extended the deep end. The shape of the entire pool is still the same, but they did actually extend the deep end a little bit.
So maybe you can take 5 strokes before you hit the other side.
Well, did you see some people in Cruise Critic were complaining that some folks were actually attempting to swim and people were getting annoyed by that? They don't want anybody swimming in the swimming.
I don't understand.
Well, you know, I mean, that is kind of the idea. It's more of a bar
but
loungy type thing. I know. We like to get into in fact, we were just on the MSCC side. They had 6 pools. They were nice.
They were deep.
Big pools, deep pools. They were really nice pools. Whereas, you know, Virgin is just all about the casual, laid back resort, and also Scarlet night. You get to dance in the pool, which I've heard from multiple people have been dancing and stepped right into the deep area, right, with their clothes and everything on. I would. That's why I'm not going to get in the pool during Scarlet night. So for those of you coming with us on the Thanksgiving cruise on Valiant Lady, don't expect me to be dancing in the pool during Scarlet night. They're filming y'all, so then I can show it to everybody else later. Oh, cool, Heather. So you've been on Scarlet. That's awesome. That's all. Yeah, that'll be great, because Scarlet is the original, and Resilient is the newest one. So yeah, it will be. From my understanding, is that Scarlet and Valiant are just 100%. Excuse me. Yeah, Scarlet and Valiant are 100% identical. Resilient had just a couple of little things, you know, like the seahorses and the extension of the pool. I'm assuming that Brilliant is probably going to have a slightly, you know, the same pool concept as well. And I'm hoping, you know, now with Brilliant, we might even have some more just coming up. Now, one interesting thing, at the end of the winter season, 2024, it's going to be Scarlet Lady going back to Europe, and the Valiant's going to stay here. But then she will start doing the 5 and 4 nights out of Miami. Scarlet's going to go over and do a Mediterranean season, and then the word is she's supposed to go in for dry dock. But the interesting thing about the lady ships, they can actually fit in the Panama Canal, except for the fact that their lifeboats hang over. So they through because the lifeboats would hit. There was talk when we were on the Scarlet Lady that while she's in dry dock, they're going to a new system where they're actually going to be able to lift the lifeboats up and have them right over the deck so the ship go through. Because let's face it, LA and Virgin just go together, right? So those ships need to the West Coast at some point. So it'll be interesting to see if Scarlet comes back, when she does come back in, I guess, late 2024. If she does. Now, it's always possible Brilliant's going to be the one that's going to come back. Scarlet's going to stay there. Who knows? But if she's prepped for the Panama Canal, definitely she'll be coming back. And then it'll be interesting to see if they send it through in 2024 over to the other side. Because there's a lot of people over on the West Coast that really want one of those ships to come over there. Mm-hmm. So then the big question is, will they do Alaska? I don't see them ever going to Alaska, but never say never with those guys. I mean, I suppose they could do a few. You know, there are Alaska itineraries out of San Francisco, so there's nothing to say that they can't do it from LA. do a couple of long ones.
Could potentially do some of those Hawaii things too.
Yeah, well, that would be really cool to see them do Hawaii. So that was an interesting discussion that they are about a way to just lift the lifeboats up as they go through the Panama Canal and then just put them back down, or just come up with a whole new system altogether, because the ships themselves can go through. It's just that the lifeboats, the way that they configured them. So it would be very interesting. I would love to see Virgin out on the West Coast. I mean, they got to. I mean, Hollywood, Richard Branson, Virgin, they got to go to the West Coast. And if they went to Alaska, I would be tempted to go to Alaska with them. I don't think they'll have puppies in the piazza like Princess, though.
They didn't do that when we go back to Alaska.
I know. We got to go back to Alaska so badly. And I know, so we're starting to look at some group cruises for next year. We're part of a consortium that has like a lot. In fact, that's what this paper is that I'm holding. I was going to share with you guys some of the things that we got going on. But we're looking at group cruises for next year, and Alaska on the list in our Facebook group. If you're not in our Facebook group, you should definitely be in our Facebook group. Just come on over. It's a private group, and come on over, join the discussion, and also you can participate in the poll. I'm trying to find out what everybody wants to do. We're trying to figure out what the other group cruises will be. We won't necessarily be on all of them, but we want you guys to be able to of what our consortium offers. Like sometimes we can get you better rates. Sometimes we get you extra deals or extra perks on the cruises. And so we're going to look for some of those cruises that have some of the best perks and some of the best deals and go ahead and put a group together on there. So are we going to do a special pop-up session for Utopia of the Seas when they announce it? I don't know, Christy. That's the other breaking news today was Utopia of the Seas has emerged from the shadows. It's like we all heard about Utopia of the Seas, and then it was like, nobody talk about that shit. Just shut up. Icon. It's like all Icon. And then recently I was like, what happened to Utopia? It's like, aren't you still building that ship? And then all of a sudden today it's like, hey, we're going to reveal stuff 4 days from now. So I don't know if we'll do a pop-up on it, but that is really interesting that we're finally going to hear about it. Marketing was like, we got to talk about Icon. We got to sell this ship because it's really expensive. It's much more expensive than our other ships. And let's not talk about Utopia too much. Let's let people forget about it. And now all of a sudden here she's going to come. So we'll learn more about it on Tuesday. They're going to have a reveal. So I suspect it'll be right here on YouTube on their Royal Caribbean channel. So it will be very interesting to see, because she's going to be the last of the Oasis class. So what are they going to do to it? And I'm curious to see if they're incorporating anything from the Icon over there, like maybe some lessons learned that they're going to bring over. Probably nothing major, but we might see a different restaurant. Maybe we'll see a different water slide. Who knows? We really don't know. The ship has literally been built in stealth mode. We haven't seen anything about it. So on Tuesday, June 20th, expect Royal Caribbean will be live streaming it. I'm sure it'll be on the YouTube channels and everywhere else. So yeah, Christy, we'll certainly talk about it. We will absolutely talk about it at some point after the event. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, she has to be bigger than Wonder, so she can be the biggest. Of course, Icon's going to be the biggest. So they already said Icon is going to be bigger than the Oasis class. So no matter how big Utopia is, when it's released, it will not be the largest ship in the world, because unless it gets released before Icon, and I don't think that's going to happen. Of course, who knows? We're going to find out in a couple of days. We got the official word a few days ago that yes, we are going on it. So I attended a cruise conference a few months ago, and Royal Caribbean actually announced that everybody there was going to get to go on the ship, and so we're going on the ship. So we will probably be on it just for 2 nights. So literally like sail away night, one more night, come right back in. It's just going to be like one of those media type things, where they send you out. But we're still going to get a chance to run around on it. I don't intend to sleep. I'm just going to drink Red Bull the entire time so I can just walk around and get as much footage for you guys as possible. My heart will just go and blow out of my chest, but that'll be okay. That's okay. Anything for you guys. I'll just keep recording. Maybe I'll just go live. Sleep. I know you're going to sleep. I'll just go live for 82 hours or whatever it is. I don't know. That would be remarkable, right? I wonder how many people would actually watch that. Would you guys? No, you wouldn't watch that. That would just be silly.
Yeah, I'm thinking right about our, say, 15 or 16, it'll get a lot more interesting.
Yes, it will.
And then probably about hour 28, it'll get a lot less interesting because you'll be nodding off.
Yeah, when I drop the camera over the side, that'll be fabulous. So anyway, so yeah, so we are going to get to go on the Icon. There's a bunch of other travel agents as part of a preview cruise. So I don't know if they're going to have one or two of them. So every time a new ship comes out, they always have what they call preview cruises. Very often they'll have one that's like friends and family of the cruise line get to go out. Of course, the executives go out, friends and family get to go out. Then they'll do maybe a second one with press, travel agents get to go out and see the ship. And then inauguration happens and they send the ship out with the first paying crowd. So it's going to be really, really interesting. Hey, Desiree, good to see you. Good evening. Nice to see everybody out there. Thank you again so much for joining in. So let's talk about, one of the things that everybody's always asking me is like, well, what's the difference with booking with you as a travel agent? I mean, can you get me really good deals? And it's like, I can get you the best deals I can possibly get. But the one thing that I think we bring you is certainly value because you've got one point of contact. And when you need something done after the sale, we're actually there to answer the phone. We're actually there to answer emails. Whereas when you go through a clearinghouse, sometimes you don't always get the best follow-up service. So, so one of the things that we can bring you though is perks and some specials and add-ons to cruises through our consortium partners. And I thought I'd go through just a few of them. And by all means, keep dropping questions in there. We'll do our best to answer them. But we have these things called distinctive voyages. And what that is extra amenities that are added to your cabins or whatnot. Sometimes they are shore events that are included. And with the distinctive voyage, there is what is called a distinctive voyages host. Now that's somebody on board the ship who would basically your shore excursion concierge, if you will, and they're just there for you. And any questions that you have, like about shore excursions and things like that, you can talk to them about it. And maybe you're not sure, oh, well, what should I do with this place? They can give you some advice, things like that. You get a private welcome reception. You're going to get exclusive shore events on some of these things. So here's one of them that's really, really cool. I love this, the Celebrity Beyond. We have not been on the Celebrity Beyond yet. I really want to be on the Celebrity Beyond soon. And especially this itinerary, 11 nights in Italy, Turkey, and the Greek islands. Ooh, so pretty. You get to go to Catania, Sicily, Santorini, Greece. I'm going to kill some of these names. Mykonos, Greece, Istanbul, Turkey overnight, Ephesus, Turkey? Ephesus, Turkey, and then Athens, Greece, not really, and then Naples. So, Athens and Ephesus is really for somewhere else because obviously you can't bring a ship into Athens and you can't bring a ship into Rome. If you could, that would be remarkable. But and so on this particular itinerary, you get that dedicated host. You're going to get the welcome reception. And then the shore event that you actually get to go on is the highlights of Sorrento and Naples, which is an 8-hour tour. And you get this dedicated host to go out there with you. So it's like literally a full day tour of Sorrento and Naples. You get to go to a pasta factory and you get to eat pasta that was just made. Are you freaking kidding me? I love it. You get to go see some sites. I mean, there's just so many cool things about this. And then, of course, like I said, you've got that distinctive voyages host who's just there for you and your group to offer advice for shore excursions, to offer advice for anything like that. And that's something that, if you book directly through Celebrity, you're not going to get that. That's not even something that they offer. This is an add-on that's been added on by our travel consortium. And we just book you right in there. And that's the kind of thing that you all get, which is absolutely amazing. Something closer to home. How about the Celebrity Summit in Boston? In Boston, y'all, where they have Dunkin' Donuts. I can't drink the coffee. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can't drink it anymore. I need it so much stronger than what Dunkin' can make. Still like the donuts. I'll eat the donuts all day long. I just really, the coffee is just not my jam. Iced, it's not bad. But hot coffee, yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is just not quite doing it for me. But another one of our distinctive voyages is an 11-night Boston, Maine, and Canada. 11 nights. A lot of these are 7 nights. You get to see a little bit of things. This is 11 nights. And you're going to be on the Celebrity Summit, which is lovely. Oh, by the way, that first cruise was August 28th of this year. So if you want to take that cruise, August 28th of this year, over in Greece. But the 11-night Boston leaves on September 21st of this year. And it is on the Celebrity Summit, which is one of their smallest ships. That is the Millennium class, which is a favorite of so many people. We've not done the Millennium class yet, but I am really looking forward to it. The Constellation sails right out of Tampa, and they've got a really cool itinerary that I just saw that I'm like, oh yeah, I want to go on that itinerary. But on September 21st, the Celebrity Summit's going to leave Boston. It's going to go to Bar Harbor, Maine, which pretty soon cruise ships may not be able to go there. At least large ones won't. Halifax, Nova Scotia, Sydney, Nova Scotia, Quebec City overnight, Charlottetown, and then Portland, Maine on the way back. And it's all round trip Boston. Now, on this particular trip, again, you're going to get that distinctive Voyages host who can help you pick out shore excursions, maybe offer advice if you just want to go off and walk around the towns. You're going to get a private welcome reception. And you're going to get a included shore excursion, which this one's going to be the famous Halifax Harborfront walking tour. That'll be nice. So it's a fully guided, narrated walking tour of Halifax's famed waterfront district. You get to go through the whole hub of town, and your tour includes notable Atlantic points of interest, such as Drunken Lamp Post. If you've been there, can somebody tell me what the Drunken Lamp Posts are? Because I didn't Google it before the show. The famed Halifax Wave, along with Bishop Landing and many other Halifax piers. So this is going to be included with your cruise. And again, this is not something that Celebrity is offering. This is something that our travel consortium is putting on top of the cruise as an exclusive offer for booking with Where's Walter Travel. And so, now I'm starting to get a better answer for folks when they say, well, what does a travel agent get from me? Well, we can start to get you a little more. And I think our biggest value that we have really shown to a lot of our clients is just being there after the sale. We answer calls. We have conversations. We talk. We try to do as much as we can, because when I say that we're a travel or personal travel concierge, we mean it. We totally mean it. So anyway, moving on. I have to have another tea. Rebecca's so quiet over there. You all are quiet tonight. It is a quiet night. Ooh, and I clicked on that. So sorry. So sorry. All right. How about a Culinary Collection? This is the one I would go on. You know which one I would go on? One that I would go on. Oh my God. Where's the one that I would? Oh, actually, it's this one. It's the Seabourn. The Seabourn Odyssey, people. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. Cunard in Alaska. That would be. But the Seabourn Odyssey is going to do a 7-day glacier and Alaska Inside Passage on July 28th. There are still cabins available, I do believe. Ketchikan, Juneau, Haines, Icy Strait Point, Hubbard Glacier, Indian Islands, Queen Charlotte Sound. Actually, it's Indian Island. Queen Charlotte Sound, Snow Pass, Decision, Passage, Sitka, and Lynn Canal.
That seems like that should be more than 7 days.
Well, what it is a couple of those things are cruising. And they're able to go into some of these passages that the big ships can't. So I think that's why they're talking about it. But they're just going to be cruising in and out. It's scenic cruising. And on this one, you're going to get a distinctive host. You're going to get a private welcome reception. You're going to get some chocolate-covered strawberries and a bottle of wine. The tour is a nature safari and bald eagle foundation tour. Oh my God, I would so want to do this. It's a private freaking tour. It's long. Like all of this is the tour. It's a very long tour that's going to be in Alaska, and that gets added onto your cruise thanks to our travel consortium. So I mean, there's just so much. What do we got on here? I got Azamara Journey. I've got Regent Seven Seas Navigator. Now, that's actually a good talking point for right now. Regent Seven Seas. I've had a couple of discussions with people, Regent Seven Seas, and I'll come back to some of these cruises in a little bit. But Regent Seven Seas, you probably know Regent Seven Seas is, one of the top of the line cruise lines out there. And people look at the price and they go, holy crap, is that expensive? Hey, JNS Adventures, how are you? Thanks for joining in. So the one thing that we really try to educate our clients about, and all of you with TikTok and everything I'm doing, is try to educate you guys about the value and looking for value in things. And when you look at Regent Seven Seas, the first thing everybody does, they go right to the dollar number. And they're like, wow, $8,000 a person. Wow, $10,000 a person. and you just see the dollar, but then you don't look at what goes with it. And when you really start to compare everything that's on a Regent Seven Seas cruise, and you look at, say, a Celebrity or a Princess or even a Holland America, and all the things that you need to add to that cruise, they get a lot closer than you might think. And I know Rebecca and I did the math one time when we were going over to the Med, and Regent was like within, I don't know, $4,000, $3,000 of what the other cruise was once you put everything together. So check this out. When you book a Regent Seven Seas cruise, now right now they're doing 2-for-1 all-inclusive fares, which is insane, wonderful. But this is everything that's included in a Regent Seven Seas cruise. You get free round trip business class air on all intercontinental flights. Of course, there's terms and conditions that go with that. You get free unlimited shore excursions. So you can take all the shore excursions you want to take. Free unlimited beverages, including fine wines and premium spirits. So beverage packet, boom, don't have to worry about it. Free open bars and lounges, plus in-suite mini bar is replenished daily. So even the mini bar that's in your room, that's yours to use. The gratuities are in there. Every specialty restaurant is paid for. Transferred between the airport and the ship, paid for. Terms and conditions apply. Free unlimited Wi-Fi. Free valet laundry service. And if you're in the concierge suite or higher, you get one free pre-cruise hotel package. And if you're in the penthouse suite, you get the personal butler. So when you start to add in, and especially business class travel to the Mediterranean, I've been pricing that out for some clients. It's not cheap right now. And then you add in whatever the cruise is going to be. So now this particular cruise right here, hey, Nurse Tara, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. This cruise right here, where did it go? Uh-oh, I lost it. What did I do with it? What did I hear? You are 10 nights tradition of Greece. So you are going to have to fly over to the Mediterranean. So it's 10 nights traditions of Greece on October 19th. You start in Venice and you end up in Piraeus,
which is what the port for Athens.
Yeah, the port for Athens. So you get to do Croatia, Montenegro, Corfu, Katakolan, Greece, Githyon, Greece, Ephesus, Istanbul, which is an overnight in those Greece. So you're going to be 10 nights in Greece. And then we're going to give you a shore event, which is the glories of the ancient world. I can't speak. The glories of the ancient world in Kusadasi, Turkey, maybe, where you're going to get a personal guided tour through a lot of antiquities. It's very, as you can imagine, being over in Turkey can be a lot of religious overtones in that as well. But seeing, amazing lands, and all of that is included in your cruise. So we're throwing on that distinctive voyage. We're throwing on the welcome reception. We are adding the shore event. We're even adding a box of chocolates for the cabin. But that shore event is on there. And so when you actually put that together, so let's say we put together a celebrity cruise, then we add on business air, then we add the beverage package, then we add the dining package, then we add. You're going to look side by side. Regent's going to be more expensive, but how much more expensive is it actually going to be? And what is that level that you're going to get when you get on a Regent ship? What is 700 people, I think, depending on the ship, 700 to 1,000? Slightly bigger than that. Yeah. So they're very small ships. I mean, certainly you're not going to be on a ship with 2,400 to 4,000 people. So you start to compare what's what. And it is amazing how, like, we've actually priced out Azamara cheaper than Celebrity on a few cruises. And Azamara is only 700 people. And one of the cool things about Azamara, like when they say they're going to Bordeaux, their ship can actually go up the river and go to Bordeaux, which is absolutely amazing. So, Nurse Tara, do we have plans to sail on the Venezia in the near future? The prices look amazing right now. So we don't have plans to sail right now. She is coming to not Port Canaveral. She's coming to, actually, I don't know which port she's coming to. She's coming to Florida in, I think, the winter of 2024. She'll be down here. So probably then, I don't know if we're going to get a chance to come up to New York to see it. I mean, I'd love to. I've got so much family up in New York. She had a heck of a arrival coming in. I saw they had all the aerial footage and everything. I love that she has the yellow funnel, that they kept the Costa funnel up there. So that's going to be absolutely beautiful. But yeah, she's in New York, and I believe she may have started her first cruise. I know that she sat there for a night, did all those events and everything. Christina Duffy was on the ship. Everybody was on the ship. So yeah, I mean, I gotta tell you, if you have not looked at the Carnival Venezia, if you're the kind of person who's like, yeah, I'm never going to sail on Carnival, the Venezia might change your mind. The Venezia just might change your mind, because she is a gorgeous, I do mean a gorgeous ship up there. And I love that Carnival kept it pretty much the way Costa had it. Yes, they added some Carnival touches to it, but I have been watching, the cruise director has been putting out some amazing videos on Instagram, and the ship is just, it's certainly not like any other Carnival ship out there. Obviously, only the Firenze will even be close when she comes out, because she's going to be out on the West Coast. Yeah, the christening was really cool last night. You're right, Nurse Tara. Absolutely cool. I mean, we have so many new ships coming out, so many christening. In fact, one of our clients is kind of getting caught up in one of those, because they're going to do the Brilliant Lady from Miami to San Juan, but then there's actually a gap day. They're actually going to have to get off the ship, stay on San Juan for one day, or stay in San Juan for one night, because there's a big event going on the ship that night with San Juan officials and media and press and all of that. And then they get back on the ship the next day. And they were like, well, the whole point of going down there was to have a back-to-back. And, it's like, yeah, it's a back-to-back, but it's not a traditional back-to-back. You are actually going to have to leave the ship, get off the ship, and go. So, but yeah, no, you're right. A lot of people kind of turn their nose up at Carnival because, it's a lot. It's this cruise design, it's that. We went on the Mardi Gras. We had a great time on the Mardi Gras. We thought it was absolutely fabulous. The vista looks absolutely fabulous. And especially the Havana Cabana, which I love saying. I can say long, the Havana Cabana, looks really good. And from what we've been told, that the Havana section is better on the Vista class than it is on the Mardi Gras. Now, the Mardi Gras is just kind of like hanging out, I guess, on Celebration Jubilee as well. It's just kind of off to the side. But I guess on the Vista class, they have like this whole lounge area. We'd really like to try that out.
Chunk of the back of the ship one.
Yeah. So we'd like to try that out. But the what is it? The Venezia, like Carnival all grown up to me. It really does. It's very, to me, it's much more adult centric. In fact, the new Sun Princess reveal is more like family based than I think I've seen on the Venezia, which is actually quite interesting. But yeah, I think it's a very interesting play by Carnival to grab these two ships and essentially leave them alone, because they do feel very much adult centric. The prices are not bad right now, and like I always say, until you get on a ship, you really don't know. Just like us with the MSCC side, we saw all the negative reviews. We saw all the negative press. We all saw the 67 score that it got, from the CDC. We still went on it, and it wasn't at all what we expected. It was great. I really had a good time on that ship. You have to accept it for what it is. And that's like any ship that you go on. You have to accept the ship for what it is. It's not like any other ship out there, even if it's a mirror of another ship that you've been on, or a sister to another ship that you've been on. Every ship is different. And you kind of have to accept them for what they are. And if you're truly disappointed in a ship, you have to think about, well, what was truly disappointing? And if you're going to go on another cruise line, well, what's going to make that second cruise line or the third cruise line any different or any better? So yeah, I think Carnival Venezia is going to be absolutely cool out there. And what else is happening now? So the Viva should be getting kind of close. The NCL Viva should be getting very close. And I have been hearing a lot of love-hate with that ship. And more, I don't want to say hate, but they really don't plan to go back on that ship again. They don't really like the direction that NCL went with that ship versus, say, the Breakaway class. I really enjoyed the Breakaway class. I think it's a great class of ship. It's a lot of fun.
Although I know you want to get on one of the Breakaway Plus that have the go-karts.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why I want to get on the Prima, because I want to go on the biggest go-kart track that they have. I mean, I really want to try that. That looks like so much fun. I'm just a big kid. So I would get that weekly pass, and I would be up there as much as I possibly could. Rebecca
I
will be in the pool.
Bring lots of books.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're going to need the books because I will be racing. I will be just wiping the kids out. No, I'm not doing that. Maybe I will, but no, I won't be doing that.
The only good thing I'm not really into that sort of thing, but the only good I can say about that is they're electric. So at least unlike land-based go-karts, you don't have that stinky engine.
Right,
smell.
right. I wonder what they sound like as they go around.
I don't know.
Probably a little vibration, on the track and stuff. I'm very curious what they sound like as they go by because I haven't really heard that. That's true. Steph is on multiple ships, including the Bliss. Yeah, that's right. So you're right, nurse. Keep expectations low. Oh my goodness, it's been a long day. I've been booking a lot of stuff. It has been truly a blessing and amazing on all of you guys who have been calling in. So, and of course, if any of you watching need any assistance with travels, our services are free. Your priceless are memories. Yes, I'm tired. It's been a long day. I've been working. This is why it's so great when I have a guest, which we will. So we've got DCL doing up, the guys that do all the Disney Cruise Line. I got MSC Cruises coming up, Virgin Voyages, Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean. They're all lined up to be coming on the show, and I'm going to be getting more. Well, but tonight it's been a long day. It's just you and me. Where was I going with all this? Oh, yeah, I was just saying if you guys need any help. And we are a service travel agency as well, not just cruises. You all know it's for cruises, but we do a lot more as well. So that being said, we do still have a group cruise going for Thanksgiving. If anybody wants to come along, that is on the Scarlet Lady. No, it's not on the Scarlet Lady. It is on the Valiant Lady. I booked 5 cruises today, I think, on Scarlet Lady. So Scarlet Lady is on my head. So no, we're going to be on the Valiant Lady. We are going to sail out of Miami. I almost said San Juan. We're going to sail out of Miami on November 8th. I can't wait to watch the replay on this. It's going to be a great replay. For those of you watching the replay, this is definitely the silliest. Oh my God, this is the silliest we've done so far. Sorry, guys.
Nurse Tara says you need another cruise.
I think she's right. Nurse Tara, you're absolutely right. So just tell Rebecca. I've been telling Rebecca that we should put her deposit down on Sun Princess, and she just keeps pushing back for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, but I pay the bills.
She pays the bill. Okay, so let's start again. We're doing a group cruise on the Bounty for Thanksgiving, November 18th through the 26th. We're sailing out of Miami. I think we've got about 14 cabins sailing with us. We have an 80th birthday. We have a 30th wedding anniversary already. Hopefully, Stephanie's going to be joining us from Shauna Steph channel. We're really hoping she can come with us as well. So if you want to join us, it is 8 nights. It's going to be on the Valiant Lady. Sea terraces. I think we have a couple of solo insiders still left on the ship, but pretty much the rest of the ship that's all we have left on that ship. It should be a great sailing. It's 8 nights on the ship, so you actually have a chance. There's 5 restaurants, so you're going to have a chance to try every single restaurant. You'll be able to have brunch at Razzle Dazzle, brunch at the Wig.
Which, by the way, apparently they are now allowing you to pre-book brunches, which they did not used to do. Yeah, so now you can pre-book the brunches, you can pre-book the dinners. Entertainment, you still got to wait until you get on the ship, but you can those things. So if you are interested in joining our group, now the way it works is number one, you're going to get an extra $100 of onboard credit from your travel agency just for booking with us. You're going to get an extra $100, $300 depending on the class. Well, I think it's $200 now. $100 to $200 of onboard credit for $50 to $200 of onboard credit for being in the circle. So that's how that works. Now, it's not a group cruise in the sense that we're going to be doing, group activities. We just put the circle together so we can all come together. We want to meet y'all. We're going to do some meet and greets. We're going to hang out. It looks like we're doing a group excursion in San Juan, though. We're going to do a hands-on culinary tour. Only 14 of us can go on that one. So we got a bunch of folks who are signing up. So, so if you want to join us for that cruise. And Nurse Tara, I take issue with this. I did not create this monster. I just married it.
She did. No, you did, because you took me on my first cruise.
Well, yeah,
I want to go on my first cruise.
that
I've
is
told
true.
this story, and Rebecca
Well,
basically said,
you wanted to go when
I wanted to go
planning
when she booked it. I was very excited when she booked it, but then as we got closer to it, I really didn't want to go. It was our 10th wedding anniversary, actually. That was the cruise. And yes, Nurse Tara, you're absolutely right, because Rebecca basically said, I'm going on the cruise. Are you go with me, or you can just stay home? And I went, and like by the third day, we booked our second cruise. So yes, you did cruise Munster.
Yeah, but
you can't take the. These are the facts.
but the spending issues are
No, there's no spending issues. No, we still have checks, right? So let's book another.
Who uses checks anymore?
I know who uses them.
I think I've used one or two in the past like 3 years.
Oh my God, that is absolutely true. Oh my gosh, but yes, Tara, we will be announcing some more group cruises in the coming weeks as well. I'm starting to locate some nice cruises that have some extra benefits, some extra amenities, and we're basically going to team with the consortium. So the benefits are going to be guaranteed. When you put together a group, you have to give a minimum number of cabins in order for the perks to stick, for everybody to be able to get them. But when you look into a consortium group, there's so many people booking into that group that the perks are guaranteed. And so that's the safety of something like that. So when we tell you, hey, you're going to get some extra onboard credit, or you're going to have prepaid gratuities, or get something in your cabin, or whatever it is, that's really going to be there. We don't have to say, well, we got to get 10 cabins sold, and then we'll be able to give that, like we did with our group on the Valiant Lady. We had to make sure that we got at least 10 cabins, and thankfully we did. He gets the benefits of that. So yeah. But yes, Rebecca, you did create this monster, so there's back on that. I'm going to share with you my favorite cruise. This is the cruise. If everybody wants to book, I would love to go on this one with you guys. I need to change my glasses so I can actually see this up close. But this is, oh wow, these are dirty. The 2023 Grand Danube Christmas Cruise on AMA Waterways. River cruising, people. Oh my God, river cruising. We booked a few. Oh my God. 2024, I want to take my first river cruise for real, so I can for real. But this is a Christmas cruise on AMA Waterways. So the big ones are Viking, but there's AMA Waterways. You got Avalon, we've got Emerald, we've got Scenic, we've got Uniworld. So there's quite a few river cruise companies out there, and AMA is actually a lovely luxury river cruise company. So you're going to start off in Vilshofen. Did I say that right? Linz. What was that? Weissenkirchen. You're going to go to Vienna. You're Bratislava. You're going to go to Budapest and stay there for a few days. You're going to go to Vukovar. Oh, that's fun to say. Vukovar. Belgrade. The Iron Gate, Vidin, and Rus. And with those, you're going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like 7, 8, 9, 10 Christmas markets.
Oh, goodness, we'd have
over
to bring
14
an
days.
Suitcase for
Holy cow.
just to,
Rebecca would have to bring
stuff.
like 25 credit cards with her, because I'm just going to burn right through them. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, that's
You're
just
not
going to be
allowed
me.
Alone.
That's going to be me. Yeah, in my defense. I do have that shirt. In my defense, I was left alone. But wow, that's like 10 Christmas markets. Oh my God, started with an Oktoberfest celebration too. That's interesting. But that is my ultimate, the Christmas Marketplace cruise. If you haven't seen Ben and David's yet, I think it was, I don't know if it's AMA or Avalon.
Yeah, it was Avalon.
They were on Avalon. I mean, if you don't want to take a Christmas Marketplace cruise after watching Ben and David's vlog series, oh my goodness. This is my favorite time of the year. That's why I always start the show with, it's 193 days until Christmas. I love Christmas, AMA, Hallmark, Christmas. I watch them all just because,
They're about to head into their
Christmas in July. I know, it's Christmas in July. I'm so excited. And they actually released a new movie during Christmas in July, which is kind of. But I love Christmas. And we're halfway to Christmas. And like I said, he's already been doing some announcements and things like that. So So yeah, if you're interested in river cruising, river cruising is a totally different way of cruising. The most obvious is the ships are small, and they are called ships. They're still called ships. They're not called boats. They are ships, and they are obviously much, much smaller. Maybe 3 decks total, 2 or 3 decks total. And the term balcony can mean different things on different ships. Some of them are almost like the infinite balcony, where you open it up and it's just
quite often
a
refer
wall.
to those as French balconies.
A French balcony. Some do actually have a small little balcony that you can actually step out onto, and then others just have just glass. You can't open it at all.
Well, I have seen actual balconies too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but they're not big.
No.
Not like a cruise ship balcony, like a big cruise ship balcony, but they may have almost like a terrace, I guess. So that's the obvious difference.
And there are some that have some of the river cruises ships have solo cabins as well.
That is very true. And I do actually have a solo client who's going on Avalon. She's going on the Christmas. I told her that I would fit in her luggage very easily if she wanted to bring me along. So that's the obvious difference, right? The ships are smaller. But the thing that I think a lot of people don't think about, and I always surprise clients when we talk about this, is the fact that these ships go right into town. So, especially in Europe, in the Mediterranean, when you go to Rome, you're actually going to Civitavecchia, which is an hour away at least by bus. So you're not going to Rome. But when you go to the city on a river cruise, you're literally coming right into the heart of the city, usually, maybe just on the outskirts. When you step off the ship, you're there. And now you can just start doing whatever. So it's not like coming into a port terminal where you have the little sanitized shopping village or whatever that we're used to in the Caribbean. When the ship docks in the city, you're just there. It's almost like coming in on a bus or coming in on a train. You're just there. You're in the city, and now you can go enjoy the city at your leisure, versus having to get into a bus or having to take some sort of a transportation to get to where you want to be. You're literally there.
And if I recall from Ben and David's vlog series, then I don't think they had to generally walk more than like 10 or 15 minutes to get to the actual Christmas marketplace.
And they were freezing their catooties off on some of them. I think it's one of the funniest vlog series that Ben and David have ever done. I think because they were just so cold, they kind of started to get punch drunk on a few of those things, and they made a lot of great jokes. Ben made a lot of great jokes during that episode, or that vlog series. So those are that I think is the most interesting thing. That, and the fact that you may have to walk across other ships to get to shore. Imagine doing that on a big cruise ship. The Symphony of the Seas ties up to the Oasis of the Seas, and you got to walk across the Oasis to get to shore.
That would be physically impossible.
Yeah. But that's how it works with river cruising in some of the docks. When it pulls up, the second ship ties up to the first ship. And then if a third ship comes in, the third ship ties up. And the guests actually have to walk across the ships to get to the land. So they're interesting. You get to look at the other ship. And of course, the service level is totally different. It's almost like a one-to-one service level that they offer on the river cruising. So absolutely amazing. I know I probably spent more time just babbling on this episode than I typically do, and I apologize for that. It had been a long week. It's been a very good week. We've been booking a lot of cruises. We've been booking a lot of tours and talking to a lot of y'all. So thank you. If you want to get in touch with us, there are links in the description. You can go to where'swaltertravel.com, appointment to talk to us in the contact link. A lot of you have been doing that. Thank you very, very much for all of that. Of course, we love referrals. So if you think we can benefit any of your friends, family, colleagues, all of that good stuff, certainly pass our information along. We really do get the referrals. So we do everything. We literally do everything. And one thing that's kind of fun, if any of you work for companies or a corporation, and especially in today's age of everybody working remotely, and you want to be together for corporate retreat, company retreat, something like that, cruise is a great way to do it, especially because the AV equipment is included. The meeting rooms are free. And in a lot of cases, the AV equipment is free as well, or at a very, very low cost. So you've got your hotel, you've got your food, you've got drinks, you've got entertainment, you've got meeting space, all covered in one ship. And a lot of times it's much more cost effective than sending everybody to a land-based resort. So, think about that. That could always be a lot of fun. But folks, we've been going for about an hour, and obviously my brain is dead. So if you guys have any last minute questions, we'll be happy to answer any of your last minute questions. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll be back on Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We are on TikTok, and Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern time. We are here on YouTube. And like I said, in the coming weeks, we're going to start having more guests. So you're not just going to have me babbling at you. But we've got Royal Caribbean coming, MSC Cruises coming, American Cruise Line coming. I can't wait till they come on the show. That should be a lot of fun. DCL Duo is coming in the next few weeks, so that's going to be great. We're going to talk about Disney Treasure. The new Disney schedule is out, the new Disney Islands. We're going to do a lot of talking about Disney. Might even talk about World and all of that, which Disney World is not that far from us. So I cannot wait for Christmas and to go see all the Christmas stuff over there. So folks, thank you so much for tuning in. And if there's anything we can do for you guys, please do let us know. Just reach out. Links in the description. So I hope you all have an amazing evening. We'll be here next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. And we'll see you Sunday morning on TikTok at 10:30 a.m. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Bye.